Clap.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quarantine Diaries episode, whatever this is. In studio, as always, it is me, joined by my co-host Connor Hazelton. Connor, how you doing?
Good. Ready to roll. I'm feeling good. Juiced.
Great. And also in studio today, we have fan favorite Mark Wagner. Mark, welcome to the show.
Glad to be back after the hiatus here. So
yeah, no, we're getting it going. We're trying to do like once a week now. So we'll see how long we can keep that up. But this is 2 weeks in a row.
Sports are going to be recanceled probably.
Yeah, probably.
Stop it. Don't say that.
At least football, sadly.
It's college.
Hopefully. Knock on wood. I have a quick question.
Okay.
So it's Shark Week. Not that we've cared about Shark Week since high school. The great white shark. Like, he's top dog, by far and away the best shark to ever do it. Correct? We all in agreement with that?
Sure.
Who's number 2 amongst the sharks?
I think they're kind of smaller, but they're known for their viciousness. I'm a big tiger shark guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. I like the tiger shark.
Absolute bottom of the barrel for the record, though, is the hammerhead shark. That guy's a fucking pussy.
Fraud.
Absolutely.
And just one quick shark take, one more. I think orcas are better than great white sharks. I'm just gonna say it.
I didn't even know orca was considered a shark until you just said that.
It's not a shark. I just think they're cooler.
You just think they're all right.
They're majestic.
Free Willy.
I'm a big killer whale kind of guy.
That's what an orca is.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're not qualified to be having this conversation.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get technical with that. All right.
Yeah.
Before we get into any basketball talk, the reason Wags is here because he's a big movie guy, our movie guy.
Yeah.
Me and Kyle, we consider ourselves movie-ish guys, but we're all Pixar guys. We were gonna have a fourth on, but they couldn't make it, so we're drafting Pixar characters because drafts are fun, and why not draft Pixar characters? Because what else are we gonna do?
How many rounds are we gonna do in this, Connor?
I say let's go 8.
Okay. I have a power ranking of exactly 24, so this is perfect.
I'm ready to just let it ride a little bit here. I got like 9 or I got like 4 or 5 that I really have some takes on, and then everything else I'll kind of let the.
We can get into some Pixar takes. This is a Pixar take.
They're out there.
Kyle, first pick.
Congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you.
Hold on, Kyle. Second pick goes to Connor, then Wags.
All right.
God,
I'm
never coming back.
For the draft record, I'm just never want to be in the middle. I would much rather be at the turn pretty much every time. But first pick, I think this one's easy for me. It might start a little bit of controversy right off the bat and divide people into 2 camps, but I think there's a clear-cut favorite in the Toy Story franchise. I'm going Buzz Lightyear.
Whoa.
Yeah. See, there's some witty people out there, and Tom Hanks is clearly way better than Tim Allen, but Tim Allen was blacked out for that role.
He was great, yeah.
Woody kind of acts like a bitch like throughout the movies, so that's kind of why I always have leaned Buzz Lightyear. What's your take, Connor?
Man, this one's tough for me because I feel like I have to take Woody in this spot because he is a big name and he's gonna put asses in the seats. He always rubbed me the wrong way in Toy Story 2 and in Toy Story 1 for that matter. He just couldn't handle Buzz coming in, and then his head got way too big in Toy Story 2. But again, he's a big name, and my dog's name is also Woody, and I love him, so I gotta take Woody. I have to.
Yep.
I think you have to.
Yep.
In my opinion, I thought he was a no-brainer 1.
Yeah, I thought they were the clear 1-2 for me.
1-2.
Yeah.
He's such an icon, man. When you think of Pixar, think of Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Am I breaking up?
You did a little there. You're good.
Yeah, and the tattoo that two douchey early 20-year-olds always want to get with their best friend, though, is to infinity, and the other guy gets beyond. So.
Oh, wow. Those aren't like friends. Those are like gay lovers, which it's fine being gay. It's fine being gay, not hating on it, but that is a tattoo I would not get. All right, Wag. The turn.
All right. For number 3, I am going to go the lead role in my opinion, the most underrated Pixar.
We lost
Wall-E.
Wall-E. Okay, we got him.
That's a very good one.
Damn.
To be honest, never seen it.
Should I try and get? You've never seen it.
Never seen it.
Should I try and get this on my phone? Am I getting?
I think I haven't missed anything you said, despite it being choppy at times.
If it gets bad, we can always do. We can fix it. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
we'll be all right.
It always comes out clear on the other side anyway.
We'll play through.
All right, we'll play through. I'm done talking about it. Wall-E. Yeah, I think Wall-E is a severely underrated Pixar movie, and it's not talked about enough. And he basically only says 2 words the entire movie, and he still steals the art.
We may need to put him on his phone.
Yeah.
You may need to go from your phone.
All right, let me see. I went on my computer this time.
Keep it going. The draft is everybody.
Keep going.
We'll bring you back in. Don't worry.
All right.
Do you know who you're going to go with these next picks, Kyle?
Oh, absolutely. I've got my game plan. It's still completely intact.
Man, this is tough for me because there are guys I want and gals. I'm not sexist, but I don't want to take them too high.
That's exactly how I am, because it starts getting into favorites very quickly.
Very, very quickly. Like
I do think I have a showstopper of a second pick, but we'll see if he gets there.
I may take him or her here.
I just think this one was low key enough, so we'll see.
I'm gonna say this right now too, because we are recording still. All Inside Out characters off my draft board. Fucking have them.
No, I'm with you. That's one I've never seen, and I've actually heard good things about it. I think Louis C.K. is actually in that one. Is that?
No, it's Hughes Black.
Okay.
He's like barely in it.
Okay.
Too.
Connor, I've legitimately seen it on Disney Plus. I see that it's like one of the highest rated ones, and I've still never watched it in solidarity with your hate. So, fuck that movie forever.
I don't want to hate it. It's just like Rotten Tomatoes lied to me. It's not a 99.
Right.
It's 70.
It's a good problem for Pixar to have, where 99 being the baseline for all their movies is pretty much the standard. If they deviate from that, then.
All right, Wag's on his phone. Bring him in.
Okay. I think I know which one he is, because he's got several usernames. They're both online. Okay, let's try that. Ooh. Pardon me.
Your pardon. I actually, when he comes back, I actually have a question to ask the two of you. About 2 Pixar characters from the same movie.
Which movie?
You'll find out.
Right.
They're draftable characters, and I don't know if I will take either of them, but it's still a question I would like to bring up.
Right.
I think it's an important one.
Let's see. Okay, so I've added them to the call, both of them. Both Mark Wagners that are both appearing online. So we'll see. Calling Mark Wagner and Mark Wagner. Mark Wagner unavailable.
Oh, damn. Thought we just had him, too.
Me too. We were so close.
Is Max home?
Yeah, he is.
What's he doing? He's
playing Call of Duty right now. We just locked in a Warzone win right before this, so vibes are up right now.
Another day at the office.
Yeah. You hate to leave when the team's rolling, but we have a podcast to do. And This isn't working.
We're gonna get Wags. Stay strong, man. We're gonna get you in here.
Yeah, see if he can get Skype up on his phone and just.
He said he's on his phone.
Yeah. See if he can pull up the Skype app and join the. Yeah.
Am I back?
We got him.
He's back.
All right. Wags, before you make your next pick, I have a question to ask the two of you.
Okay.
Bo Peep or Jesse?
Insulting question.
Jesse.
Oh my god, I'm going the opposite way. Jesse is my least favorite Pixar character of all time.
Wow.
Really?
That montage of her leaving her kid behind and the honky-tonk country song playing in the background or whatever was going on in Toy Story 2 is my least favorite Pixar moment there is.
By the way, that's a super weird thing to do. Just like get a box of toys and just drop them in a field. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking electric.
Asshole.
It was probably a little more elaborate than it had to be. But I would say Jessie because of her spirit and her adventure. I mean, she's a clone of Woody. I don't know.
No, she is a way better developed character objectively than Bo Peep for sure. But I just don't mess with her. That's
Fair
all.
enough. All right, Wags. Who's kicking off round 2?
Okay, round 2. Who did you guys take?
No one. This is the turn. Yeah, we got round 1. Little pause.
Okay,
Yeah, we got last pick Wally.
All right. Wally, and then I am going to go with Mr. Fredrickson from Up.
Wow. Wags. Going with the field.
That Up really is the most heart-wrenching movie there is. It's just.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure that led to a generation being
the best
best.
out of all of them. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it might be the best.
Yeah, I completely agree. Up is just an absolute emotionally manipulative in a good way kind of movie.
All right. A lot of heavy hitters on the board.
Beautiful.
So I went with Woody and Tom Hanks, my first pick. I'm going to go Billy Crystal and Mike Wazowski, my next pick. I fucking love Mike Wazowski.
I do too.
I think he's the better of the
that's
two
a good
of
one.
Sully.
Yes.
I very much agree with that. He murders that movie.
So good. Billy Crystal was on fire.
I'll say this, though. Didn't really care for Monsters U that much. Monsters, Inc., tremendous. Fantastic. Monsters U, a little bit of a letdown for me.
Yeah, so
we'll forget about that and move on.
All right.
With this pick, I think he might even make it to me in the 4th round, but I want to pick him where he's indicative of his value and just make sure I grab him. I'm going with Flick from A Bug's Life.
Wow.
Absolute tremendous leader, right up there with Woody in my pick. I think A Bug's Life gets forgotten about in terms of great movies.
I agree.
Completely.
But that guy's resolve throughout that whole movie, just getting the shit kicked out of him and keeps coming back for more every time. That's the guy I'd bleed for as an insect. Happy to have him on my team. And then this one, because I want to grab a Nemo character, but it's
tough which one to grab.
That's the issue. It's a way better movie than the characters in it. They just play really well together.
Who's the lead of Finding Nemo, would you say? Like, it's not really Nemo because he's barely in the movie.
Much Marlin, but like he's...
And Dory.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Dory might be the best one.
But Marlin's lame and Dory's an idiot.
You left that movie talking about Dory.
Yeah, that's true. She is the star of the show. She is.
All right, I'll go different. I'll go first bad guy off the board. This will be a reach. He will be there in the 4th round. But again, just my favorite villain of all time.
I knew it.
I'm going with Randall Boggs from Monsters Inc. I think he is one of the best bad guys in history.
I thought about taking him around too because I knew you were gonna get him.
Yeah, he just toes that line between being so scary but like still just fascinating to follow bad guy as a little kid, but absolutely scared the living crap out of me whenever I watched that movie for the first time. So huge Randall guy.
One of the best villains. Good pick.
He's a good one. Man, The world is my oyster right now. Do I go with Sully with round 3 and pair him with Mike?
It's not bad. I thought about taking him there.
I could do that, but
Branch out, Con.
at the same time, I don't like him that much.
Their skill sets overlap a bit.
You know what? This is actually going to be a reach, and I don't really give a damn. I'm going with Barley Lightfoot from Onward, Chris Pratt.
Whoa. I knew it was coming early with you.
Yeah. Connor's the biggest Onward fan. I've yet to see it, but I've heard tremendous things about it.
I can't recommend it enough. Like,
really good.
I really didn't know who to take here, and I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna get him. Sometimes you gotta reach.
Make sure you get your guys.
Yeah. All right, Wago, you got back-to-back picks.
All right. Am I here? Okay. I am gonna start with Hector from Coco.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then I will round it out with Dash from The Incredibles.
Damn, that's my favorite Incredible character.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was having
a great one.
That was the same thing with whatever we were just talking about, where the Incredibles character Finding Nemo, where they're so good as a collective, it's tough to pick out your favorite one. But Dash is
Which
the
one?
coolest
Yeah.
one.
I would probably say it's Mr. Incredible, but like barely. It's not like a clear-cut thing, but just because he's the dad.
Right.
Dash just reminded me of a kid. I was like a little ADD kid running around, just shouting at nothing. Like that was me. So.
That's how I am as a 28-year-old.
So am I.
All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with another reach in the 4th round, just back-to-back reaches. I'm going, like you said, Kyle, get your guys, and he is my guy from this movie. He's not in it for very long, but it's a heat check performance. I'm going with Crush from Finding.
Wow.
Noggin, dude.
Connor, my thoughts that I were saying in my head, like heat check game, it was a 50-pointer just in the finals. He just needed that one moment.
Yeah,
Stopper.
I didn't think. I had a feeling like you kind of wanted him. So hey, sometimes you got to reach. You got to get your guys.
I mean, he probably had like 4 minutes of screen time in that movie, and he owned it.
Kills it.
That's also what you remember the most as the kid, like was the turtle scene from Finding Nemo.
Yep.
That's just the absolute best. All right,
True.
this one is kind of my first ancillary or whatever character. Just,
Tough word.
Yeah, very secondary character, very clearly. But I think he pretty much is. It's like his last hurrah as an absolute great comic. I'm going with Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, a tremendous pick.
Yeah, he is so funny. And I can't remember the name. His name's eluding me right now. Who plays it?
Played him. Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
Was it Don Rickles? I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Yeah, so Don Rickles had that career that like started with Sinatra and like The Roast, and then it just culminated with Mr. Potato Head as his final role. That was kind of the sad part. I think it was Toy Story 4 where Mr. Potato Head was in it, and he had like 2 lines or whatever because like he had just died like as they were filming that. So that was like a nice little
Don
thing.
Rickles.
So yeah, Mr. Potato Head there, and then I'm going to go with... Okay, I'm going to go with probably my favorite... I don't know if I want to reach for her already. But I have some females on here. This is a very inclusive list I have together for the first time. Yeah, I'll go value here. I'll just grab Dory right quick. I know Ellen's in some hot water, but she probably is the main character in that movie.
Controversial picking Ellen right now, Kyle. Real controversial. Gonna be locker room issues. Now what to do? A lot of great freaking characters. I'm also going to dip into the villain pond. And you went with the controversial Ellen. I'm going to up that and go with Hopper, who was play. Why is the guy's name eluding me?
Let's see.
What movie is that?
Hopper from A Bug's Life. Who does play him?
He's a guy who's
Spacey.
Yeah, it's Kevin Spacey. I couldn't think of it.
Oh yeah. I'd say he's a little more blackballed than Ellen at this point.
Yeah, Ellen. Like Kevin Spacey is like canceled. Dude, I'm really a bad motherfucking
done.
He is. No, he's a great bad guy. I had him at 14 on my list. Obviously changes in the heat of the moment, but
team and Hopper's he's the rough and tough muscle.
Yep.
Kevin Spacey at that time.
I think we can go 10 picks.
Sure.
All right, carry on, Wags. I apologize for interrupting. It was rude.
No, you're all right. All right, so I'll stick with the villain theme, and I'm going Lotso the Hugging Bear.
Oh, dude, he is so fucking evil.
Love the southern draw.
And he sells it so well. You didn't know he was evil.
No,
I had no clue.
None.
Yep.
Like Stinky Pete, you had a feeling Stinky Pete was up to shenanigans, but Lotso, it shook me.
That was a big one. And then I am gonna go sticking in the world of the Incredibles. I'm going with Edna Mode.
Damn, that was who I thought about at the last round.
I was figuring that.
Yeah.
She's a similar to a Crush. She gets 5 or 10 minutes of screen time, and it's her scene anytime she's in it.
No, she's so fun in those.
I gotta go Sully here. The value is just
incredible.
Like, you have to take them.
Yeah, it's
a good move.
That's a slam
with Mike, and you're ready to go. You're good to go.
Okay, I am going to go with my number 3 power ranked Pixar character of all time here. I knew he'd be this far down, but just got to get my guy. I'm going Slinky.
Yeah.
I've never identified with a character more than him. Just my absolute favorite as a kid growing up. So definitely Slinky there. And then I'm gonna do one similar to Crush. We talked about Shark Week earlier.
Oh,
going with Bruce the Shark here. Again, just absolutely steals the show for the few minutes he's on screen.
Man, I love Bruce.
Doesn't he has like I can't remember the movie, but he has like the redemption moment. Does he have a nice moment at the
end? At the end, he like meets everybody, and he's fine.
Good.
Oh, right. That's it.
He's like, hello, my name is Bruce.
It's like an AA class.
Oh, I haven't eaten fish.
Such a good scene.
All right, my pick. I got to show I'm not sexist, so I'm going with Elastigirl. She's great.
She is great.
Yeah, it's nice to get that wagon on your team too. Where did that come from?
those legs.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun.
All right, Wags, you got.
All right. So I just rewatched The Bug's Life recently, and
tremendous.
I'm glad I did, because I forgot how fucking hilarious that was. I was like keeled over laughing at some of it.
Yep.
And a lot of it was because of our good friend Heimlich. That worm with the French.
I forgot all about it.
Heimlich is a character.
Yeah. Wow.
He's a great one.
That scene at the beginning where they're doing the circus stuff is like, it was like a 5-minute scene, and I was in tears. It was so good.
I definitely need to watch it again. It's on my Netflix queue under insect themed team building. Human centipede right next to each other.
Shit.
I don't know which one you watch first, Kyle.
Yeah,
dude, it's kind of like Sneaky, a loaded cast.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to think, yeah, there's some names in there that, like the Kevin Spacey.
Julia
Kevin Spacey might be like the second biggest get they ever got.
Yeah.
Behind Tom Hanks.
Hayden Panettiere, however you pronounce her last name. She's in it.
Julia Louise-Dreyfus, you said.
Great. Who else is in there? I just saw someone because I'm looking at the cast right now. Dennis Leary too.
Dennis Leary, holy shit, dude. They never did a sequel to that. That was a good call.
I agree.
With my, did anyone take Flick? Now that we're talking Bug's Life,
Kyle took him second.
Kyle took him. Damn, yeah, good call. All right, then I am going with Frozone. I'm doing a lot of the Incredibles.
Oh my!
Frozone's great too. Is that Samuel L?
Yes, it is. Fuck. Damn it, man.
Incredibles 2 really followed through with the franchise.
I actually still haven't seen it.
Oh
You
man.
haven't?
Yeah, Connor, it's
Okay.
every bit as good as the first, and Frozen's a little bit more in it this time too.
Sure.
He's great.
I like to hear that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back into Toy Story. There's two I'm deciding between. One is a little more of a fan favorite. Probably put more asses in the seats, but I like the other guy more. Sometimes you got to please the fans of Gun Rex.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
I think any character from Toy Story is a safe pick.
Yep.
I would agree, yes.
Yeah, and I do kind of want to grab an Incredibles character before they're all gone. And
Scoop them up now.
yeah, Connor, I don't think you'll appreciate this one as much if you didn't watch the second one, because the second one he like kind of starts coming into his own, and he might be the most powerful one at the end of the day. So I'm going with Jack Jack. So cute, so funny. Love the name Jack Jack in the first place.
It's a great name. It's
Yeah.
a great name.
So I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to grab probably, I think, the most underrated Toy Story character from what people hail as the worst Toy Story, but I still really like Toy Story 2. I'm going with Emperor Zurg.
Whoa.
Kyle.
Yeah, big fan of him. I think, like, one, he's definitely a pretty good bad guy, but two, he's also hilarious in that movie, too, at plenty of times. And he comes over and he's buddies with Buzz again. Huge.
It's his
huge
dad.
Yeah.
What does he keep saying in that movie? Destroy Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, and then he ends up Darth Vadering him in it. It's brilliant. Brilliant writing.
All right.
Good pick, Kyle.
My ninth pick. I have to pair the brothers together. I'm going with Ian Lightfoot. Like, you can't have Barley without Ian. So
It helps.
Gotta do it. Just buys me time so I can find like a good last pick. But even then, it's a great Tom Holland performance. Tom Holland, what a treasure he is.
An absolute treasure. And that guy is
Treasure.
rolling in money in the Marvel universe and in the Pixar.
All right, Wags, the last two picks for you.
I am going with Boo from Monsters Inc.
Oh, how nice.
Very
Cute.
cute.
She doesn't say a single word, but she's adorable.
Yep.
Precious, just precious.
Yep.
And is Bullseye on the board?
He's on the board. He's all yours.
A man's best friend. He's a dog in a horse's body. He'd do anything for Woody.
Yep. Love
All right.
it.
My last pick. I'm debating if I want to go another villain or not.
Do it.
Because I feel like not enough villains have been taken. But at the same
I'm glad I've at least represented my favorite villains.
At the same time, Mr. Incredible still is on the board.
So is Nemo.
Oh,
Nemo really didn't do anything for me, to be honest with you. Like
I agree.
he's fine, but whatever. I will go. Screw it. I'll go villain. I'm gonna go Syndrome. I think Syndrome's cool.
Oh, yes.
I think Syndrome's really cool.
I agree completely.
Just no reaction, Kyle. Just disregarding that pick. Fuck, man.
Which one's Syndrome?
He's the bad guy in the first Incredibles, the red hair.
Red- Red hair? I hate how he looks. It just looks like such a nerd.
Well, he's a villain, dude. Of course he looks.
No, he's a
He
good
wanted
villain.
to be Mr. Incredible's sidekick.
Yeah, he gives the Incredibles a run for their money, so you gotta respect that. I'm struggling between two here. I think that there is an absolute glaring hole from a movie that I think's underrated, but also slightly overrated as well. I think I'm gonna go Remy from Ratatouille here.
Okay.
Just a main character from a movie sitting out there. But my honorable mention that I was going to do instead of that was Roz from Monsters Inc. She's kind of like Crush, where she's just on screen for like 3 minutes. Mike Wazowski.
Oh my God!
Did you finish your paperwork?
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Yeah, she's great, so I'll honorable mention her.
Wow, I would have taken her if I would have remembered her.
Yeah.
Good one. That's a good one, Kyle. I noticed no one took any Inside Out characters. That's interesting.
We were talking about that when you were gone. We fucking hate that movie.
I knew Connor did. You feel the same way?
I've never seen it, but I'm in solidarity with my podcast host.
Look, I don't want to hate it. Just when you tell me it's the best movie ever and it's not, I'm going to hold it against you. All right, the final rosters are Kyle's team, Buzz, Flick, Randall, Mr. Potato Head, Dory, Slinky, Bruce, Jack, Zerg, Remy. Good team. Kyle,
That is a good team.
That might be your best team ever.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Connor's team, Woody, Mike Wazowski, Barley Lightfoot, Crush, Hopper, Sully, Elastigirl, Rex, Ian Lightfoot, Syndrome. Reached a little with the Lightfoot brothers, but again, that movie touched me, and I'm gonna roll with them.
You got Woody and Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, those first two are hitters.
Hitters. Wags' team, Wale, Mr. Fredrickson, Hector, Dash, Lotso the Huggin' Bear, but he's not so huggin'. Edna Heimlich, Frozone, Boo, Bullseye. Wags' team's a very hipster team, but
I was about to say that.
you need to be a Pixar fan to appreciate his characters.
Yeah, shout out Heimlich. Heimlich blew my mind. I couldn't have liked it anymore.
I like just great teams. Just great.
Anybody have some other minor characters they want to shout out that they didn't get to?
Ernesto de la Cruz is a pretty badass villain from Coco. Don't sleep.
I had 3 minor ones. I love Wheezy the Penguin in Toy Story 2. I think he's a great guy, just Slinky in a penguin's body.
Oh man, when they rescue him, that's an epic moment.
Yes.
That's special, actually.
Absolutely special. Love the short stint of the Abominable Snowman in Monsters Inc. I think he's a great character.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So funny. And then Toy Story 4, I didn't think enough people would see it, but I love Duke Kaboom.
Duke Kaboom was good.
Duke Kaboom, he was a character. What did you think of Forky?
I hated Forky at first, but he grew on me as
fun.
He was fine.
I still hate Forky.
Okay. Completely get it.
That's fine. He was fine. He's just fine for me.
Yeah. Also love Bo Peep.
Yeah. No, what were Key and Peele? They were so funny.
Two stuffed bears from the carnival.
Those guys were hysterical.
They were. I can't remember their names either, but they were so funny. That Toy Story 4 was great. We need to watch that without.
Yeah, Kyle and I had a disappointing viewing experience for that movie.
Oh, you guys have told me about that.
Yeah, it was a really big bummer to say the least, but it happens. It happens.
I thought it was good to see Bo Peep get some limelight.
Yeah, also that I think that's also why I didn't pick her was because I don't know how many people have seen Toy Story 4, and she really came into her own in Toy Story 4 as well.
That was cool.
Yeah. I didn't like those villains in Toy Story 4, as in like they creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah, no, they were
like scary.
Right. That's a good venue to pull villains out of, though, for a movie that I wasn't expecting was an antique store. Just like creepy toys from the World War II era.
Didn't like it at all.
No.
Have you guys seen WALL-E? Because you keep calling him Wale like the fucking rapper, so I don't think you've
Sorry.
seen it. You gotta see it.
I haven't seen those or Brave, but I'll never see Brave.
Yeah. Or Rapunzel.
I've seen Rapunzel. It's okay. It's fine.
I've never seen Ratatouille.
What are your thoughts on Ratatouille, Kyle?
It's a 7 out of 10 Pixar movie.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. It was pure just like free main character who's very clear cut the best character in the movie by a lot. That's all.
What would you say are their top 5 Pixar movies right now? No order. Toy Story movies are bundled as one. It's a package.
Okay, well, and Toy Story very clearly one. I'm a huge Nemo guy, so I'll go Nemo 2, I'll go Bugs Life 3, I'll go Incredibles 4. No, I'll go Monsters Inc. 4, Incredibles 5.
That's a strong 5, Kyle. You're playing the classics, and guess what? The classics play. What about you?
That's what they're for, yeah.
I would say Toy Story, obviously, and then Wall-E, Coco, The Incredibles, Nemo. No, cut Nemo up.
There you go. So, question about Coco is I've heard tremendous things about. I've actually listened to the soundtrack, and I really like the soundtrack. Will it make me cry if I watch it?
It'll pull at those strings.
I've heard it's a relatively cryable movie. Actually,
it's cryable. It's cry-worthy.
That's good. Well, I think we need to do that podcast we were talking about before. Just movies that you've cried to. Absolutely. Just
I love crying during movies.
I did too. No, it's a good movie.
I want in on that one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Coco was really good. It's very colorful too, which I appreciate. Because I'm a simple-minded idiot, but just shit like that, I enjoy.
I love the music for it, so that's usually the big test. And Disney just makes banging soundtracks in general that make their movies so easy to watch.
There's one out with like Jamie Foxx this year, I think, unless it got pushed back.
I'm sure it did, but it looks good.
Yeah,
you sent me that trailer.
I think it's called Soul or something.
Yes, that's it.
And I want to say, who else was in it? It's not Tina Fey. Tina Fey is also in it. I think it's her. I could be very wrong. But it's a musical, and Pixar with music, it works every time. No, finish off, Wax. Finish, please.
I think once like the Blu-ray hit and like how they could get that color in such a way, like it's so much more vibrant. Like starting with Up, and I think they really capitalized on that with a couple of the movies, like Coco. Coco was insane with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Soul's going to be a similar way.
Colors play. They just play.
Well, they tried it with Inside Out, Connor, and didn't feel too good about that one.
No, there's colors in Inside Out. Again, I've always said this about Inside Out. Like, the idea of Inside Out is very creative and, like, super cool and in-depth. The characters I liked in that movie are just barely in it. Like, Bill Hader, Louis Black, and, Mindy Kaling. Like, they're all in it, but they're, like, barely in it. It's pretty much just Amy Poehler and Phyllis from The Office, like, trying to get back to them. Spoiler alert for everybody. With some elephant who's again, another spoiler alert. He dies. I should have felt sad, and I felt nothing. I felt nothing. I wanted to feel something, but I felt nothing.
I think that's a good flop. I think that is a good assessment, though, and everything I've seen her in is Amy Poehler is way better as a secondary character. Like, in Parks and Rec, she's, like, clearly the worst character in it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I think it's Ben.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think Ben's a bitch.
Oh, man. I like Ben sometimes, but there you go. It's just her preference of Ben in that movie.
I like Ben. He's just a bitch.
Right.
So, I gotta say, I watched your... It was with Curtis when you guys did the best sitcom characters.
Yeah.
Just TV characters.
And I was appalled that Andy Dwyer didn't show up on anyone's list. I was appalled.
Yeah.
Dude, I think you could put him up against any sitcom character ever. He's that fucking funny.
Andy Dwyer's, he's just too stupid at times. Like, and I,
man.
like.
I also, again, back to the music though, I think like him doing covers in that show is like actually awesome. Like the Pit song actually bangs.
Bye
Bang.
Is a terrible song.
There's the one where they do like a dance for old people in the show, and he plays like this obscure cover of like an old Frank Sinatra song, but like his version of it's incredible. Like I'd listen to that on YouTube like by itself. It's so good. But yeah, he's
like a real musician.
Yes.
Chris Traeger and Ron are my favorites from that show.
Yeah, so good.
I'm a huge Aubrey Plaza fan from that show. April is so funny.
Love Aubrey Plaza.
April Ludgate.
Too. I'm down with her vibes.
No, me too.
Aubrey Plaza?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Wags, we brought you on too, besides Pixar, you're also a big Hoops fan. And
oh yeah.
I love the bubble. I love everything about the bubble. It's worked to perfection, I feel like.
It has.
I'm taking it personally, so hopefully you guys can help me out too. I'm losing my fucking shirt in betting though. I cannot get a handle on what's gonna happen at any time. Like all year, betting wise, I was just killing the game by just betting the Bucks over and over, and I tried that in the bubble, and I've lost so much money.
They've had the 1 seed locked up since they've entered the bubble, no?
Pretty much.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just felt like they were the number one team covering without Giannis. So like it was their bench that was like doing everything for them. They're just not doing it right now.
But like you think about how different it is to not have fans and
I think
not be a home and away team.
I think, by the way, regardless of the factors on the court, I love the no fans. Because, like, hearing the players, like, chirp on the benches the whole time, it feels like just a pickup game. It's so much fun.
It's great.
And the thing is, too, I actually have no idea who's going to win it. Like, I want to say, like, gun to my head, I guess I'd say the Lakers, but, like, I could also see them losing to the Blazers in the first round. Like,
dude, I'm not messing with Dame Lillard right now. I'm not. I don't want to play.
Nobody wants to play him.
Right, the fucking Dame. He like might be my favorite player ever.
I'm really happy that like all eyes are on him because he's been like that his whole career, and it's just like the attention's just all in on him, and every time it comes to it, he just rises to the occasion. So he's just doing that again for the 100th time.
He's just a fucking gangster, dude. He just comes to play. Like he gets on Twitter and like he doesn't do it for the retweets or any of that. That's who he is.
Yep.
He's unapologetic and he'll just cut your throat. He's the man.
Also one of the best rappers in NBA history. Admittedly, a low bar.
Probably the best, I would say.
Yeah, low bar, but yeah, the best.
You or Kyle, this applies to you too. Do either of you guys listen to the Zach Lowe podcast?
Not recently, but love Zach Lowe and have listened for a long time.
This is like an old one back, I want to say, in like the fall when things were normal.
I know what you're going to talk about here.
You listen to that one with Mark?
Yeah.
So, like, there was this big, long piece he wrote about Dame in The Undefeated, which, why read something when you can listen to it in podcast form? And how, like, Dame, like, he doesn't want to go anywhere. Like, he wants to win in Portland, but he wants to do it, like, with his guys, like, with CJ. Like, he doesn't want CJ to get traded, and, like, how it really meant a lot to him when they gave him the Supermax. Not just the fact because, like, it's $240 fucking million, but, like, they believe in him, and I don't know. It was just really, really cool because, like, he loves being, in Portland. He is to the Blazers like what Steph is to the Warriors.
Right.
Like, that much. And especially because they're, like, a small market team, too. And I don't know. I just really want Dame to win a title for the Blazers. Like, will he do it? I don't know. It's probably not.
If it's going to be, it's this year.
But him winning a title was like when Dirk won one for the
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it would be that special. So
he would be the biggest athlete in Portland history forever.
Oh, I think
no one would ever surpass him.
Even.
Yeah, but if he won a championship, he would just be a deity there. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is I remember like a year and a half or 2 years ago, like when Steph Curry was the hot shit, and they're talking about how he's the best leader and he's the best culture setter in the NBA. But Zach Lowe in his podcast like 2 years ago was like, He's like, I want to say Steph's the best, but you hear all this buzz about Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
And this was like 2 years ago when he wasn't Dame Dollar yet.
Yeah.
No, I really think Zach Lowe does just have the pulse at all times. He's always just like, he's the standard for what your basketball opinion should be.
Yeah. No, whatever he says is just basically law to me.
Yeah.
I just regurgitate half of Zach Lowe's takes.
That's why you're so smart about basketball.
I think you're gonna say this too, Wax, because he's talking about like Dame's leadership, like where it comes from. Like he doesn't let people on the team like make excuses or like point the finger at other people. Like, no, like if you fuck up, like it's your fault. And where he got that from is because he grew up in like a house like several siblings. Like it would be like my job to clean the bathroom, my sister's job to clean the kitchen, my brother's job to clean like the garage or something. Like I cleaned the bathroom up, no problem. But if my brother didn't clean the garage, then I failed. I didn't do my job. So like he is all for one for all. Like he's that type of dude, and I fuck with that hard.
Yep.
Dude, his tweet to Paul George was the best tweet of all time.
Really?
Because it's so
running from the grind, you boys is chumps. I'm like, I get goosebumps.
Did you listen to Simmons and Russillo the other day where Russillo goes in on Paul George? It like kind of made me hate Paul.
It was kind of weird. Like it was like Russillo was taking it personally, but yeah, he did. He went in.
I love when Russillo takes stuff personally.
But like,
he went at him.
Like, you're kind of a bitch. I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll put my name on that statement right now. Paul George is a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, he's never really showed up in the big moments, right? Like, ever.
No, he has
not in a big way, at least.
Still don't know where the nickname Playoff P came from, but
he gave it to himself.
His first game with the Thunder in the playoffs, he had like 35 points or something like that, and in the post game presser, he started calling himself Playoff P.
And then they fucking lost the Jazz. Like,
I think he's soft.
Yeah, I don't want to personally go in too hard on him just because I do think like he's still pretty good at basketball, but he's not an alpha number one guy. It's perfect where he's at right now behind Kawhi. At the same
time, like that's why he went to the Clippers because Kawhi's like, hey, come join with me. He's like,
right, exactly.
I'm a little bitch.
Yep.
But back to Dame for a second. Question for you guys: Dame or Harden?
Kyle, you go.
I mean, you have to go. It's tough not to say it's recency bias, but I mean, I'm all in on Dame. I just love what he's doing out there. Just yeah, I think it is Dame. They both suck on defense, kind of, so that doesn't really matter. And it's just all about preference. They're both offensive juggernauts. I mean, there's no
offense. Stupid.
Right. It's not an insult to either of them. It's not really an upset to have either one because like both are just absolutely incredible. But I just like Dame more.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, you can build your whole team around him,
Mm-hmm.
and like you can do that with James Harden in a sense. Like you can do that on the court, but like Damian Lillard is like the best teammate of all time from all accounts. Like everyone looks up to him who's played with him before.
Yep. I think it's that simple. I mean,
I'll go Harden because I do actually think it's really close. Dame is definitely a more likable player than Harden. I get why people don't like Harden, but at the same time, I also think Harden's one of those guys who probably should deserve a ring. I think he may have a better chance of getting one than Dame does. I think they're like similar in age.
I think that's
fair. But they both. I don't know. Dame definitely has more bigger playoff moments than Harden. Like Harden doesn't really have any playoff moments, but like he still does pretty well in the playoffs. Like
I think people forget how close they were to winning the championship when they took Golden State to 6 or 7. No,
even last year, like if they beat Golden State, I think they probably beat Portland. No,
they beat Portland. Yeah.
So
they beat Portland.
I don't know. There are two guys I would both like add a Russ to the mix too. I'd like to see them all get titles, but that's unfortunately not how sports work.
I think a lot of the Harden stuff in the past, though, like the past couple years, where like they were on the cusp of like finally winning one, has a good bit to do with Chris Paul still being like kind of one of the most slept on guys
Yeah.
in the whole league. Just because everybody always points to, like the Clippers times and everything, but that's not really his fault. He still goes out there and he just balls every single night, plays incredible defense. Just I'm a huge Chris Paul guy.
He still is. But
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing with Lillard, and like, there's probably only like 4 or 5 other guys in the NBA who have like that fuck you edge, you know?
Yes.
And Harden doesn't have that the same way Dame does.
Who do you think they are then, Wags?
Who's got that?
Well, yeah.
Giannis, I think, has
I
that.
love Giannis for that.
Fucking headbutted someone yesterday.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mo Wagner for the fucking DC Wizards.
Let him know what time it was.
Giannis has got that. LeBron has it. I think Kawhi has it, but not in the.
Kawhi's a quiet one, but I completely agree.
Yes.
Draymond. But it's a rare thing, you know. Like it's not many. Like it's like that Kobe thing and the MJ thing.
Like the scoring sense, he hasn't like I'm gonna do like every little thing besides like put up 35 points. Like I'm gonna get 20 rebounds and have 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I like Draymond personally. Like,
and he's psychotic.
I get why people dislike Draymond. I'm a Draymond big fan. Another guy like Draymond, who I kind of think may have it, is Marcus Smart.
He does have it.
He does.
I mean, he's like a role player, so
actually.
Yeah, he's the man.
That's what it is, and I know like all the old people talk about it all the time, but I just want to see some more hate in professional sports. Like that was probably like my favorite part of the Jordan documentary was like 30 years later, the Pistons are still like, fuck those guys. And Jordan's still like, fuck Isaiah. It's just, that warms my heart so much. It's a game. Like, hate your enemies.
Isaiah's trying to backtrack now, so fuck him. I hate Isaiah.
I mean,
he's the worst.
Go out there with hate in your heart. It will be a good time.
Yeah, like Bill Laimbeer's like, oh, LeBron's better than Jordan. So, like, he clearly doesn't mean, but at the same time, like, he also does because he fucking hates Jordan. Like, Bill Laimbeer, I fuck with that.
Me too.
I fucking hate Bill Laimbeer.
Everybody hates Bill Laimbeer.
He's probably the most hated NBA player ever.
Dude, he was like a scumbag. A fucking scumbag.
That's what I miss. I just miss a nice scumbag. And they completely they've neutered our last chance of it with Grayson Allen just burying him 10th in the Grizzlies part. But he's probably the last true scumbag in the NBA.
Hey, he's playing well. He'll be around for a while.
Good.
He'll start
Speaking of Grayson Allen and the Grizzlies, I actually wanted to bring this up too. Of like the young duos in the NBA, like who's the one you would want going for like the next 5 to 10 years? Like, granted, they stay with each other. Like, I don't have any like off the top of my head, but like, you know, we all know who they are. Like, if you could just pick like Ja, Triple J, Zion, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
that's a sick one.
I'm going Luka Porzingis.
Damn.
Basically, just because of Luka.
Dude, Porzingis was awesome last night.
Yep. I would like to see these two with a better supporting cast too. I think Jalen and Tatum, just like two super versatile switchy wings. Get them some help down low, and they could really be something.
I love that duo, actually. Like, fucking love them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best. I'm just taking Luka because, like, you forget he's 21.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing like he's our age.
Yeah.
MVP next year.
Sure.
He's going to be first in the NBA this year. Like, can you imagine?
I'm taking Luka.
Can you imagine being one of the 5 best basketball players in the world at age 21? That is insane. Insane.
It really is.
Insane.
I mean, like Simmons was saying it on his podcast. Like LeBron didn't really hit his stride until like year 4 or so. You know, like what is this, year 3 for Luka or year 2?
Year 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 2.
Like, and think there's 3 teams that fucking passed on him. Fucking 3. Although, I think the Kings are the ones that fucked up the worst because...
That gets slept on a lot more. The Hawks get a lot of shit that the Kings don't.
Trey's like played his way out. Like, obviously Luke is still better. Trey's played his way out of it. Still sucks on defense. And dude, Ayton I think is on the fucking rock.
He looks good.
Like, clearly they should have taken Luka, but I feel like he's played his way out of the point to where it's
you have to think positional scarcity too. It's so much tougher to find a center like that than like a 6 shooting guard. I know Luka's more than a 6 shooting guard, but it's so tough just to find a center that can block shots, has range, just does everything.
Although Luka and Booker is like scary. Like just thought that's terrifying. Booker, another guy, throw him into the Dame mix right now. Like that dude's on a fucking he's been on a fucking mission since he's been in the bubble. But yeah, the Kings really fucking blew it. Cause like Marvin Bagley, like he's not terrible, but he's just always hurt.
See, I think Luka and De'Aaron Fox would be a perfect fit because like Fox would just pick up all of like the one thing you can pick apart Luka's game right now is pretty much his defense a little bit. So having that point guard who can defend the shit out of people would be perfect for him.
De'Aaron Fox is so fast.
Yeah.
Wags, who do you think wins the title? Gun to your head.
Clippers.
Ooh. I bet the Mavs upset him.
Gun to my head.
It's good. It's good. It'll probably be Clippers, Bucks, or Lakers. But it also wouldn't surprise me if we get a weird winner, dude. The bubble, anything could fucking happen in this bubble. Like the Nuggets could fucking win it.
I've had this weird feeling since before it started that it's the Rockets' time.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's wonky enough, yeah.
James Harden had 45 tonight, by the way. Speaking of which,
it's just so casual.
Kyle, you were talking about like betting on the NBA. I probably wouldn't maybe until the playoffs start, but you won't listen.
No, I've been itching so bad for like months that I have to. Like right now I have the Heat and the under tonight, so prayers for that one.
I would. Wags, you know if the Jazz can if their playoff seeding is affected at all?
It's affected. I think they're like 6 right now.
Because they play the Spurs. They are 6, and they play the Spurs, and the Spurs have to win.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I think the Spurs lose.
Oh, just get them out.
They've been playing really well in the bubble, though, too. That's just, I don't get it either, because, like, DeMar DeRozan at this point has been, like, proven to be, like, a net negative, even though he puts up stats. Aldridge is sneakily 35. I had no idea he was that.
That came out of nowhere. Like, I actually, like, heard that, like, last week, and it, like, kind of shook me. I was like, what's happened?
See, I loved when he was on the Blazers. I think it would be awesome with Dame.
Dame. Him, CJ, and Dame. That's a good 3 right there.
Plus, I think the sneakiest part about Portland, like why they actually have a shot, is they finally got Nurkic back.
Yeah.
Like, basically 2 years off.
I like Nurkic a lot. Wags, did you watch the Blazers game in real time last night?
Yeah,
yes.
Watch the whole thing.
Dude, that was so awesome. Besides the fact that Dame just had 61 fucking points, there was that stretch to like the end of the fourth quarter where they were just raining threes in your eyeball, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
Me and Max were watching it.
Like 7 from 9 from 3.
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
So me and Max were watching it, and the announcer was like, "Oh," we were like tracking how many points Dame had, and Max was like, "Dude, Dame has 61 points," and then the announcer goes, "And Dame Lillard has 58 points," and he like jacks up that 3. And it clangs off the back of the rim, and I'm like, how is this going in? It shoots way up and drops in. It was shooter's roll I've ever seen.
Dude,
never seen that before.
That stretch was so fun. Like, yes, fucking sports are back, and they're never leaving. Fuck you, coronavirus. Melo hit the 1 big 3, and I was excited. I'm happy Melo's doing it.
Dude, he was blacked out that game, too. I love that Melo has the chance for, like, some real playoff moments coming up.
He's never had him, really.
Really? That's what it is. Like, I'd love to see playoff Melo.
Dude, playoff Melo is like not a thing.
No. I don't think he'd shy away though, man. I think he's got.
I don't either.
See, that's
fed up.
Like Melo, because like he views. This is Russillo has said this, and I think Simmons has too. Like he views himself on the same level as LeBron, which like he's clearly not. But at the same time, you kind of need to have like that confidence / delusion to be like that fucking good.
Yeah,
irrational confidence.
We said LeBron took it to like year 4 to hit his stride, but people forget Melo LeBron was a genuine rivalry first 3 years. Like year 2, I think Carmelo even came out ahead of LeBron. If you go back and like pretty much check everything, incredible sophomore campaign from Melo.
And then LeBron just soared past.
Right, right. But that's
Melo is just
thinks that still. He's like did it once.
He was just like a bucket getter. If you needed 2 points, like he might in his prime he might have been able to do that better than LeBron could.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 points right here.
Just 2. Just 2.
And I think the sneaky part about him was I love him at the 4 instead of the 3.
Yeah.
Like because I think he sneaky has one of the coolest like low post repertoires I've ever seen, but he just never uses it. He just like pops out to the mid range on the Knicks, but if you get him banging, he can fucking toast anybody.
Wags, I mentioned him earlier. Where do you stand on Devin Booker?
Huge fan.
Bucket getter.
Yeah.
Modern day Melo.
Dude, he is. Like, so I was like, I've always been a fan of him, but like, I've kind of been a little off because it's like, dude, you get buckets, but like the Suns fucking suck. But I don't know. He's won me back over in the bubble. And granted, maybe it's recency bias because I haven't had sports in like 4 or 5 months. But I think I'd rather have him than Cat of those Kentucky boys. I'll say that right now. I think
that's fair.
And I feel bad for saying this because his mom died, and God bless him. I think Cat's so soft.
Big time soft.
Like, really fucking soft. And, like, the D'Angelo Russell trade's not going to mean a damn fucking thing. Nothing whatsoever.
I don't think this is that hard of a take, but I do want to be on the record saying, like, how big of a Booker fan I am. I think he could absolutely turn into James Harden just at some point here, where he's, like, that good on offense. Because people forget all the time, he's only 23 years old still.
He's only great.
He's still got such a long way to go, and he's been on so many just bad fucking teams his whole career, and this is the first year that he's had something competent around him. He had a great year.
It is true. I mean, you can't forget how incompetent of an organization that is. Like the Suns are
I love the Suns roster. That's my player team on 2K. So it's me at point. It's Booker at shooting guard. It's Kelly Oubre at small forward and DeAndre Ayton. We just run shit all day.
So, I like the future of the Suns. Like going back to like Booker Cat. I like the future of the Suns way more than I like the T-Wolves outlook. Like like the two duos. Like I think the Suns is leaps and bounds better than like Cat and Russell. Because like I think Booker way better than Russell. I think Ayton Cat's like it's
Cat's getting there.
But like, dude, Ayton's really fucking improving. Like, Cat's unbelievable on offense. Like, not
unbelievable on offense.
Defense, total liability. Well, like Ayton's really improving on the defensive end.
Yep. Shout out to God, Aaron Baines. Huge fan of him and Suns holding it down with the veteran leadership.
Cam Johnson's like solid for the Suns too.
Yep. Cam Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like their team.
So
they got young Bridges from Villanova too. Don't forget about him.
Because I like Cat a lot. Like he's a fun player to watch. He's just really fucking soft, and I don't care for that.
No, he needs to leave Minnesota to be all he can be for sure.
I don't think he's going to though.
I don't think he is anymore. Yeah.
No, I don't.
They're like best friends.
Yep.
And like I think Russell worked in Brooklyn, but I don't think he's going to work in Minnesota because they're another shitty organization. Like, Brooklyn's good team, good organization. They had a good coach, like, good infrastructure and everything. And I get why they didn't bring him back because you have the chance to get Kyrie, and Kyrie's way better than him. And if it doesn't work out in Golden State for you, it's probably not going to work out anywhere, man.
I also really am excited for that monster next year is the Brooklyn Monster waiting in the East. Because I still think Durant comes back. Him and Kyrie, like, actually have just gotten so much shit from everybody their whole careers that they're just gonna bond together and be a sick team.
The only issue with that is maybe the two biggest pains in the asses in the NBA, and together it could be bad.
Of course.
But see, Kevin Durant, I can deal with it because he's like a top 10 player ever. Kyrie, he needs like I think it can work because Kyrie needs to be the number 2. Like if he's your number 1, it's like we're in trouble here.
I do. Every time I doubt Kyrie, though, I just think of that finals that he pretty much won. He went off every single game.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck that.
I mean, that might be the biggest shot in NBA history, that one he hit over Steph.
Yeah. What was bigger, that or the Ray Allen shot?
Fuck. I mean, I guess the Kyrie was Game 7, but the Ray Allen one won. I don't know. That's a good question.
The Ray Allen one was definitely the higher degree difficulty, but like
yes,
Game 7, man, like Game fucking 7, on the road too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good question, Con. I don't know.
It is.
I would say when it's all said and done, Ray Allen's will be more iconic. I think it's like a prettier play to watch.
Kyrie's was tougher though too. That's.
Kyrie just put his balls on the table and just pulled up right over Steph. It was pretty sick.
That was sick.
Man, fucking LeBron won both those titles. That's so stupid.
Getting bailed out twice.
So fucking mad. So mad. Well, it's about an hour. I feel like it's probably a good time to end.
Yeah.
But Pixar basketball talk, Wags. It was great to have you back. We'll probably bring you back on during the playoffs to get some basketball talking because the bubble life is here to stay, and I'm here for it. Because I think I saw somewhere that like they may need to do a bubble like for the start of next season too.
Yeah, I'm okay with it,
dude.
Yeah, we'll have you on too for the crying movie podcast. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I'll just be doing my homework all week, watching movies that like make me cry, and just be like an emotional wreck. Like whenever we record, it'll be great.
Speaking of crime movies, real quick before we go, have you ever seen the movie Big Fish?
No.
Have you heard of it?
Yes. Is that the Tom Hanks one?
I don't know who is in it, but I remember guest of ours, Curtis. Everyone knows who he is.
Sure.
I remember it came out that like he cried during that movie, and this is like middle school or something, and we all none of us saw it, knew what it was about. We just made fun of him like endlessly. Still make fun of him. Fish. It could be a sad movie. I don't know. But it was just like a funny thing to make fun of.
Hold it over him forever. Meal cried during The Hobbit.
Well, boys, this was fun. We'll see you next time.
This was a joy, yeah. Next
Absolutely.
time I'll go to the shoe store so I don't have such shitty internet. I don't know what's going on, but thank you, boys. I appreciate having me back.
Wagner Shoes. Well, free ad for our 10 viewers.
A shameless plug.
Later,
All right, boys.
All right, see you guys.
Yes, sir.